Good evening, I'm Sponge Peterson.
And this is Pat McCock.
And you're watching Channel 5, WPTZ XYZ. And in local news, the serial abdomen stabber is still on the loose, with multiple occurrences in the past month. He is said to be 5'9", have a scruffy beard, and have a receding hairline. If you know or know anybody or see anybody who looks like that, please alert the police.
The scene took place here around 10:30 last night. The local diner worker, Cletus Creamwood, stabbed 12 times in the abdomen. Each year, around 1,200 people are stabbed and killed. In 2016 alone, over 1,600. The most lethal cause from stabbings is in the heart, where it only takes approximately 1 minute of blood loss to die. There are 4 stages of hemorrhaging, the last being 40% blood loss causing death.
As the story unfolds, our on-the-scene interviewer, Jack Goff, is on the scene with one of the recent stab wound victims who has lived. Jack? I'm standing here with local hero and stabbing survivor, Cletus Creamwood. Cletus, would you like to take us through what happened that night?
So, I was working that way at the diner, and I got off work coming over this way, and I was gonna go smoke smoke on my way home. And then this guy came up to me and he said, "Can I smoke with you?" And I was like, "No." And the next thing I knew, there was just cranberry juice everywhere. It was just like, oh my God.
Did he mention anything else besides asking you for a bow?
No, I don't think so, but he did say thank you, I think. It was pretty woozy, but he did say thank you for the book. So, I mean, he was probably a nice guy. I mean, I know he wasn't mad at me.
So, he's a nice guy besides stabbing you 12 times.
Yeah, he wasn't mad at me, though. Like, he was mad at something else, but he just took it out on me. I could be that.
Well, you heard it here first, ladies and gentlemen. Nobody is safe. Back to you, Sponge.
Thank you, Jack. In response to those stabbings, we have put together a video with local Willie Wild.
Willie? Thank you, Sponge. You know, there are so many important organs in the body that could make the situation serious if you stab them in it. But the number one important thing you want to do when you get to a scene like this is to make sure yourself is safe and to call 911 right away. When you approach a situation like this, you want to let them know your name and that you're here to help. Hi, I'm Wild Willie, and I'm here to help you. Second, you're going to want to make sure that your patient is in a comfortable position, laying back. Make sure you keep their head nice and taut. And you want to do your up and down survey of the whole body. You want to make sure you get to the first stab wound that's spewing the most blood first. Make sure they're conscious too. You don't want to take your eyes off their eyes. You know, like you're looking into your lover. You don't want to take your eyes off them. Make sure they're conscious too. Make sure they're breathing. Check their heart rate. But you want to make sure to stop that blood. Because if that blood goes too much, they're dead. See, I've found the biggest spot where the most blood's coming out. I want to take a rag, piece of clothing, something that's going to be sterile at the time, put it right on that. You want to put some pressure on that to make this bleeding stop. If you got any exposed organs, you do not want to push them back in because they can get infected. 3 reasons that can make someone die from a stab wound is blood loss, infection, and blood loss. Just kidding. It is shock, it's organ failure, it's bleeding and infection. So once you got your rag on, you want to apply that pressure, keep it on there, make sure they're still conscious, make sure they keep breathing. This is when your soft skills want to come in. You want to make sure you're nice to them, because you're on the same side as them, you're here to help. You know, they're going to be aggravated. They're going to be aggravated. So you got to keep them calm, you know, help's on the way. When you got your knife still in the victim, you're going to want to leave it in there. Because if you take it out, it could be, sorry kids, I had to go for ripping up my lawn the other day. I'm trying to get them. Anyways, you don't want to take that knife out, because if you do, it could spew that blood even more. You want to wait for that 911 call to come so they can take care of you. But for right now, you want to dress around the wound, keep it sterile, just make sure it doesn't spew any more blood, and you'll be good from there. Also, make sure you treat the victim for shock, because more than likely they will be in shock. And just to stay calm, because help's on the way. Back to you, Sponge. Thank you for that extremely informative explanation, Willie. I hope to God you catch that human-sized gopher. With this crisis at our hands, please do not stay outside past 9 o'clock, which is when all the stabbings have been taking place.
And stay tuned for a 7 o'clock story when a man accused of boiling his own children and having them for Christmas dinner